Hi, Rolando and Castro Rodriguez. I'm here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a couple of parts. I'm gonna prep my motherboard first because this is gonna be one of the hardest things because I have to put the dark Rock Pro 4 on it, and that takes a while. So just so I don't bore all you guys out there, I'm gonna be doing the motherboard first, prepping, and then put it in the case and all that stuff. You know, it's gonna be like a 3-part, probably 2 or 3 parts video. So I'm gonna prep my motherboard first because this is gonna be one of the hardest because I have to put that dark Rock Pro be quiet for that cooler. That air cooler is gonna take a while to put together, and I don't want to bore you throughout the whole thing. So I decided to go with 64 gigs of RAM only, not to fill it up to 128 because they just went up $20. So I'm not gonna play this game with them. I'm just gonna stop here and just put 64 gigs, and then later on in the future when the prices stabilize and go down, I'll go ahead and fill it up. If for reason these things are always changing, they're getting better, and I'm the kind of person that I want the best to go ahead and do my content and rendering my videos, maybe probably play a little games here and there. But yeah, I got my last 2 items that are coming in probably in a couple of days are the 1 terabyte SSDs. There's 2 of them going in here. I'm going to have a lot of storage. So what I'm going to do is prep my motherboard first, and that's going to be the first thing I do, and then I'll go ahead and put it on the case and finish up the build. It might be a 1 or 2, a 2 to 3 part series on this build because even though I went ahead and I've done build before helping my friends, this is my own personal build, and I want to do it the right way and the best way. I'm tired of buying Dell and all these brands, and then they go ahead and they have proprietary parts, and it's hard to get the parts, and they don't want to send you the parts because on my other computer I tried to get a motherboard so I could upgrade my motherboard, and they went ahead and canceled my order because they probably want me to buy a new computer from them. So, you know, I'm just fed up with that kind of games that they play. And as consumer, we have to take charge of our buying power. And then not only that, I took my Dell apart, and when I seen in there, it was just cheap parts. And you know, I paid $1,500 for it. So what I'm going to be doing is all the parts I'm going to be using throughout the build are going to be linked on the bottom with the prices. Now the prices might be a little lower than what you can get them now, or they might be a little higher. These things are fluctuating constantly. So the best way to do this when you're building, especially nowadays, is wait till the good good prices come in and then hit them with it. You know, you could get, you know, $75, $100 off. But so the price, like I said, this went up $20 more. So I'm not gonna pay for it. So let's go ahead and start building our motherboard. Let's do this. This is the motherboard, and I hope this does it right. What I'm going to be doing is putting all this together and turning the motherboard on outside the case for a lot of reasons. In the past, I've gone ahead and I have installed this is a sticker I'm going to be putting on the case. Let me see some of this stuff that's in here. In the past, I've gone ahead and installed this is a G connector. This is awesome because this, instead of putting those little pins for the case, this has one slot that you put your pins in there, and you just put it all into those little connectors that runs the case. And this is awesome. This is brilliant. It came with this motherboard. They should do it with all motherboards now. It makes it a lot better. You'll see when I put it together with the motherboard how easy it is. These are this is for my hard drives. Got a couple of I don't even know what this is. So we'll see. We'll see what it is when we go along. And yeah, this is what I need for now. I'm going to turn on like I said, I'm going to turn on the motherboard outside the case so I could install one of my M2 storage, which is the 500 gigabytes. And the reason I want to do that is because in the past I've gone ahead and installed two M2 drives, and they, for some reason, sometimes Microsoft puts the backup on my on the other drive, which is not meant to have anything on it. And to prevent that, I'm going to do it, like I said, outside the case. I'm going to turn it on, install Microsoft Windows Pro, and then that way I could install the other M2 drive back onto the other side, and then go on from there. Okay, let's see what we do. This is 1085 i9. I wanted to go with the let me see, where is one second, I have to find. I got so much junk all over. I have so much junk all over. Where is my knife? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we'll go ahead and open this up. The little sticker junk. I like to save. I'm the kind of person I like to save all the boxes that these things come in for maybe in the future sell them. And people like to buy stuff with the original boxes on. Okay, now we turn this over like this. And let me see. Oh boy, they make it so hard to get to this stuff. Okay, where's the little dot? Little dot is Beautiful work. Let me see where. Make sure. Finito. Got that out of the way. And we're gonna put the RAMs. Let's do the RAMs. A little sticker. More stickers. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna put in a second in the fourth slot. And we're gonna put this like this. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna put second and fourth slot. Okay. This didn't sound good. Okay. Not much of a click. The reason I'm doing this is because in the past I've gone ahead and installed this together with the cooler and everything, and put it in the case and find out that these are not installed correctly, or they're not working, or they're gone bad or whatever, and then I had to take all this back out. But this is the reason I want to make sure that I got everything and everything is working. So I'm going to check out in the BIOS everything that's. Now we're going for the cooler, which the cooler is the pain in the you know what. Documentation. And it comes with a nice screwdriver, so I'll probably use that. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna take we're gonna need the Intel. The Intel. This is AMD. No. What is this? This is Intel right here. It has to be in AMD. Yeah, AMD has a splitter. So let's see. I'll tell you, sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes when you get old, your sight is not that good. So, I think I'm gonna have to get new prescriptions for my glasses. This is to show you, anybody, any age could do this. You don't have to be a genius or a scientist to do this. Very simple. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make sure these things are tight, not too tight, not too loose, as long as, okay. Let's dry fit it right now to see if this is gonna line up with the, looking good. Okay, now we go with the paste. And be quiet does provide you with some got the splitter there for the two fans, and we had the little rod that's going to go across. So we are going to do this a different way. We are going to go ahead we have enough there. Okay, let's see. We're going to use my finger. I think they give you enough to cover the whole thing. Let me see, I want to make sure. I cover the whole thing because this is a 10 core. This is a 10 core and I don't want to. Okay, we took care of that. We put this aside and let's do this. Oh, forgot something. Yeah, baby. All right, let's see what we could do. Okay, we're getting this done, and a little here, a little here, a little here, a little here, and we're done, I believe. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, not too tight, not too tight. And let's put these things back in here. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna put these things away. Never know if we're gonna go to AMD and we'll have everything in here. Never know. You never know. Like they say never. All right. We have, I could throw this away. Need that. Okay, let's put the other fan. Where is the fan's right in my hands. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. All right. Let's see where this is gonna go. This is gonna go on this side, because we're going to install this early on. Okay, these clips are hard to install, and we're just going to clip these things off and make it a little much nicer, like they say. We'll just make it a lot better. Okay. Now we're going to install the let me see, 500 gigs. That's this one right here. We're going to install this one. Right here. Okay, we're going to install the M2. Okay, now this is a standoff right here. The standoff, it's already installed on the motherboard, so that's a good thing. So that's it, and we're going to put the 5 gigabytes onto the motherboard. Okay, this is strange. Why is this not going up? Oh, there you go. We got the little jumping board hooked up. We're gonna go ahead and fire up this this motherboard and installed the, I'm gonna peel this off, never forget this. Okay. All right, what a mess, what a mess. This one goes on this side. Okay. And okay. The other one is going in here. The 1 terabyte is going in here, but I'm not ready for it yet. What I want to do is go ahead and fire up the motherboard, make sure the RAMs are working, and the M2 is working, and installed the operating system. I went ahead and I got the operating system and a CD, and my other computer, I went ahead and installed it onto USB, and I'll hook it up. But here's the power supply. I have some cables that I'm gonna install on here and then run it through when I installed it onto the case, so that way I don't have to go through no trouble. So let's see if we could hook this up, and we're gonna just, the good thing about this CPU is that it has its own what you call it, GPU installed in it, so it'll go ahead and let me see, I gotta make sure I got this right. It'll go ahead and I could install it. I don't really need a GPU for this, but, and not unless I'm doing gaming or something like that. But all right, I got everything hooked up, power, CPU. Let's see if this puppy will fire up. And oh, I forgot, I got the jumper here. Let me see, I got a set of jumpers here that I should be able to put. I think I'm gonna need instructions here because I need more light, too old for this. Power should be right here. I think that's the power. Ooh, it turned on. Let's give it a second. and see if it turns on. It's the Microsoft operating system, and then I got to install the other M2, and then from there we'll go ahead, and the next video we'll go ahead and install it on the case and put everything together. So it's still finding itself, and it's a brand new motherboard, so we're on the ball, looking good. Okay, everything seems to be working just fine. Let's take these jumpers off. We don't need them no more. Microsoft Windows is installed. Now we're gonna install the other M2. Let's see. Let's take this out. The good thing about it is I'm putting them all of them are Western Digital. I don't like to, if I could, I want to go ahead and make sure they're all same brand. This is 1 terabyte. That's okay. This motherboard, the standoff was already installed, and that's what I like about. Sometimes they think ahead, and I'm gonna take this and take them out. Peeling. They feel good when they peel. Let me make sure that this is installed right. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these cables . All right, now what's going on here? Oh, I see. So that's done, and we're just gonna take this HDMI out. We're gonna take these cables and just release them. We're just gonna release these cables, these cable things, and just take them out of these things. We're going to leave this on because we're going to run it through the case. And that's about it. We're going to run this to the case, run this to the case. I have another fan right here that I'm going to put, because this is going to have, the case is going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans on top of these 2 fans over here. So the mother's prepped, the motherboard is prepped, everything's working fine. It shows on the BIOS that everything is to par, beautiful, temperature, everything. And the next video is going to be putting this motherboard onto the Be Quiet case and putting all the components together, the power supply, fans, hooking up all these cables. That's my next video, because if not, this is going to be a long video. And the good thing about this motherboard, I didn't have to put these splitters, because it does have plenty of fans, and the CPU has for 2 fans as well, and it is showing on the BIOS. So I'm happy with that. I got a good deal on the motherboard, as you're gonna see, and the price is down. Right now you gotta pay like maybe $50, $60 more than what I paid for. I was waiting for a good sale and I got it. And that's what you got to do. You got to find out these sales and hit on it as fast as you can, if you could, because they're fluctuating, and we're not in these times. These times are not made for building computers. I just happen to get the itch to build it myself, to start building it now. But my next video is going to be putting all this together, and my final video as well. It's going to be a little longer because we got cable management and all that stuff, and we want this to come out pretty clean. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.